to introduce you briefly to the institution. Shankarananda Kalakshetra, a premier institution for classical dance in Hyderabad, was founded by late Sri G.S. Shankar and Srimati Subhashini Shankar in May 1979 and is now celebrating more than 4 decades of its service to arts. Under the able guidance and leadership of the artistic director, Dr. Ananda Shankar Jain, Shankarananda Kalakshetra has grown over the years as a preeminent national institution serving the cause of performing arts in general and classical dance in particular. With the pursuit of excellence as its charter and a vision to spread the joy of dance and arts so that they become a sheet anchor of a beautiful life, Shankarananda Kalakshetra has grown to being a nationally recognized, comprehensive and holistic performing and visual arts institute that not just creates outstanding artists, but also nourishes and nurtures extraordinary human beings, with outreach that provides training and opportunities to many across stratas. The institution, with its holistic training in not just dance, but music, yoga, nattuvangam, costume, stage, light, etc., is particularly known for its exacting standards, discipline, body kinetics, group dynamics, and aesthetic subtlety. Students here learn to balance the traditional with the modern, to touch one's true self through the medium of dance. Thousands of students have been trained here and have received innumerable prizes and accolades as performers and teachers. They're also recipients of the junior and senior national scholarships for dance and are empaneled artists on National Doordarshan, the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, and the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Students have grown on to be brilliant performers and teachers and continue to share their art in many ways across the world. The performing wing, or the performing ensemble of Shankarananda Kalakshetra is also held in high esteem and is well known for its intricate choreography and artistic brilliance, and has performed across 5 continents at many national and international festivals. Dance productions of the institutions have always been path-breaking, bringing as it does India's cultural and artistic inheritance to the modern audience through visual imagery of dance and the vibrancy of performance spanning the spectrum of both traditional and contemporary presentations. Over the last 4 decades, Shankarananda Kalakshetra has produced and presented 26 critically acclaimed dance productions, spanning mythologies, historical chronicles, women's studies, poetry, abstraction, philosophy, and humor. Productions such as Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Navarasa, Mohana, Darshanam, Sri Ramanama Mentaruchira, Talapatra, Kavyanjali, and Tales from the Bull and the Tiger explore traditional concepts, while Jonathan Livingston Seagull, What About Me, and Dancing Tales Panchatantra brought to stage contemporary and socially relevant issues, winning praise from critics and Rasika alike. Shankarananda Kalakshetra has also been a pioneer of arts in the digital space by creating Natyaramba, a first-of-its-kind Bharatanatyam practice app in 2017 that is now followed by students and gurus across the world. The Natyaramba digital platform also came to the fore to bring a lot of artistic support, artistic work during the pandemic, keeping both artists and the young inspired and motivated. Shankarananda Kalakshetra also contributes to dance scholarship and dance academia by irrigating the landscape of dance with signature conferences, festivals, and national publications. Shankarananda Kalakshetra is indeed very proud and happy to bring to you young Khevna Reddy in today's Arangetram. We also welcome her first guru, her early guru, Srimati Mridula Anand, who's with us today, and we seek her blessings too, because a guru who shapes the artist in the early days is the most precious guru. Thank you, Mridula, for being here. Khevna Reddy began her journey in the in dance at the age of 5 at Vishaka Dance Academy, Vizag. She then moved to Hyderabad at the age of 6 and learned from Srimati Mridula Anand before she joined Shankarananda Kalakshetra at the age of 8. At Shankarananda Kalakshetra, she has grown into a passionate and versatile dancer and has imbibed the Kalakshetra style of Bharatanatyam, assimilating footwork and nuanced abhinaya that are the hallmark of the institution. And she has showcased the dedication, hard work, and inspiration that, of course, is required of a good dancer. Khevna has also had the wonderful opportunity to have performed at various venues and festivals as part of the ensemble. She has been part of the Institute's latest production, Tales from the Bull and the Tiger, that has been performed across 8 cities in India, and is extremely privileged to have performed for the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, during the most recent visit of his to Hyderabad at the BJP executive meet. She also has had the opportunity to perform for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, the National Rashtriya Sanskriti Sammelan, and has performed in the presence of the former Vice President, Shri Venkaiah Naidu Garu. Khevna is a proud recipient of the National Scholarship in Bharatanatyam awarded by CCRT, Ministry of Culture, since 2017, and has also secured distinction in the certificate exam in Bharatanatyam from the Potti Sri Ramalu Telugu University. If this wasn't enough, Khevna has also participated and won medals in various athletic meets across Hyderabad. She has been an integral part of the cultural team of her school, Chirek International, where she completed her education up to class 10, and has recently finished her 12th standard in Delhi Public School, where she was the Performing Arts Secretary and has curated performances for school events. She intends to pursue psychology in her undergraduation, along with dance as her constant companion. Khevna Reddy is the 43rd student of Shankarananda Kalakshetra to perform her Arangetram, and as she prepares to move forward in her artistic journey, she seeks blessings from her parents, support of her brother, family, and friends, and the blessings of each and every one of you present here on this special occasion. Today, Khevna is accompanied on the Nattuvangam by her guru, Srimati Ananda Shankar Jayant, vocal, Srimati Shweta Prasad, Mridangam, Sri T.P. Balasubramaniam, violin, Sri Kolanka Sai Kumar, flute, Sri Uma Venkateshwarilu, makeup, Sri Ashok Pawar, costumes, Nagaya Tailors, photography and video, Sri Muralidhar, lights, Basavaraju, stage, Srimati Deepa Krishnamachari, training and rehearsal, Srimati Neeraja Kaja, and compere for the Sabha later, Srimati Aditi Rao Ashtaputra. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin the Bharatanatyam Arangetram of Kumari Alla Khevna Reddy with the traditional prayer.
गणपति कळलडे पणिमनमे गणपति कळलडे पणिमनमे गणपति कळलडे पणिमनमे कनिदरुळुं गुणनिधि ಎಂದು ಕೈವಿಡಾಯವೆಂದು ಅನುದಿನಂ தகஜம் தாம் தகஜம் தகதாம் தகஜம் தாம் தகஜம் தகதாம் தகஜம் தாம் தஜம் தகதாம் தகஜம் ததிங்கிடதும் 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 தஜம் தஜம் ததிங்கிடதும் 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 தஜம் தஜம் ததிங்கிடதும் 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 கணபதி கழலடி பணிவனமே கனிந்த கொள்ளும் குணநிதி என்றும் கைவிடானில் நின்று அனுதினமும் கணபதி கழலடி பணிவனமே கணபதி கழலடி பணிவனமே பணிமனமே
Khevna Reddy begins her Bharatanatyam Arangetram with the traditional Pushpanjali set to Gambhira Nate in Tishra Adi, a music composition of the late Satyaraju Venumadhar. Item, as the name indicates, is an offering of flowers to the Lord, paying the dancers' respects to the Guru, the orchestra and the audience. This is followed by the traditional Alaripu, set in a 7-beat rhythm, Mishra Chapu. Alaripu or Alarimpu means flowering out. In this invocatory item, the dancer pays obeisance to the elements around her, using her body as a vehicle of prayer. Today, Khevna will be presenting the Mayura Alaripu, where you will see the movements of the peacock in prayer to the beloved Shanmukha come alive. The raga that will accompany the Alaripu is a rare ragam, Rasikapriya, the 72nd Melakarta ragam. It's presenting to you the Bharatanatyam Arangetram of Kumari, Alla, Khevna, Reddy.
தகஜம் பமக தகதஜனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகனி சபனிதா தகஜம் பமக தகதஜனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகனி சபனிதா தகஜம் பமக தகதஜனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகனி சபனிதா தகஜம் பமக தகதஜனுக பமக தகதச்சனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகரி சபனித தகஜம் 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 பமக கமப தகதி பனி சகரி சபனித தகஜம் பமக தகதச்சனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகரி சபனித தகஜம் பமக தகதச்சனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகரி சபனித தகஜம் பமக தகதச்சனுக கமப தகதி பனி சகரி சபனித தகிட தடம் தகிட பனி சரி பனி பமக பனி தகிட தடம் தகிட பனி சரி பனி பமக பனி தகிட தடம் தகிட பனி சரி பனி பமக பனி தகிட தடம் தகிட பனி சரி பனி பமக மக சக ததிங்கிட கும் ததிங்கிட கும் ததிங்கிட கும் கஸ் பனி பசானி பமகனி பமக சக ததி ததிங்கிட கும் ததி ததிங்கிட கும் ததி ததிங்கிட கும்
தத்தையா தைரா தத்தாம் கிட்டதகத தை தைரா தத்தாம் கிட்டதகதளம் குதும் தக்கடதகதகதம் தாம் அதே தாம் தாம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தை கிட்டதகதாம் ஹே தாம் தாம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் தரி கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தரி 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 கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் தாம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் தாம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் ஹரி கிட்டதகதை தத்தை ஹரி கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் ஹரி கிட்டதை தத்தை ஹரி கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் ஹரி கிட்டதகதை தத்தை ஹரி கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் ஹரி கிட்டதகதை தத்தை ஹரி கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் தாம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் தாம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் கிட்டதகதை தத்தை கிட்டதகதாம் தித்தம் thitam, dharikita takatai, dharikita takatam, thitam, dharikita takatai, tatai, 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 dharikita takatori takina chum, tatare takina chum, takanaka chum, tari takkradam, 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 tam, thitam, dhurtaka, Khevna goes on to the central piece of a Bharatanatyam recital, the Varnam, set to Shanmukapriya Ragam and Adi Talam. The Varnam is considered the piece de resistance of a Bharatanatyam recital. It's composed of Nritta, Nritya and Natya. Rhythmic footwork, expression and the dramatic narrative. The Varnam encompasses exacting footwork set to them, to whom the gods and Munis bow to. He is the Jagannatha who donned the role of Mohini and ensured that the Asuras were denied of immortality, giving nectar. He is the one who is a protector of the downtrodden, for didn't he help Draupadi in the Kaurava court? As Vamana, he quelled the arrogance of Mahabali. O Srinivasa, you who dwell on the Venkatagiri in Tirumala, can I ever speak of your greatness? O beloved of Alavelumanga and Padmavati, you are the only solace in Kali Yuga. Just as you protect Rama, come, it's time for you to protect this planet. The jatis and the mnemonic syllables for this Varnam have been composed by Mridangam Master Sri Adiyar K. Gopinath. Varnam set to Shanmukapriya Ragam and Adi Talam. hin dargadaka the tachum tari tachum tatari tachum takatari tachum hin dargadaka tachum tari tachum tatari tachum takatari tachum hin dargadaka the tachum tari tachum tatari tachum takatari tachum hin dargadaka tachum tari tachum tatari tachum tadmeta kitta taka taka the tachum tari tachum tatari tachum re tadmeta kitta tachum tari tachum takate tachum tari tachum tachum kadaka tari kadam tachum kadaka tari kadam tachum kadaka tari kadam kadaka tari kadam kadaka tari kadam tachum tari tachum takate tachum tari tachum tachum kadaka tari kadam tachum kadaka tari kadam tachum kadaka tari kadam kadaka tari kadam kadaka tari kadam tachum tari tachum takate tachum tari tachum tachum kadaka tari kadam tachum kadaka tari kadam tachum kadaka tari kadam kadaka tari kadam kadaka tari kadam taka tati kita tum ta di tat ta ding ku taka ta ding ku taka ding ding ku tari ra taka ding ku tak ku tur da talang ku taka ding ding ku tari ra ka di taka de ta ding ku taka ta ding ku taka ding ding ku tari rai taka ding ku tak ku tur da talang ku taka ding ding ku tari ra di ra ta ding ku taka ta ding ku taka ding ding ku tari ka di taka de ta ding ku taka ta ding ku taka ding ding ku tari ding ta di taka de ta ding ku taka ta ding taka ding ding ku tari chonu ta di kada de ta ding ku taka ta ding ku taka ding ding ku tari rat tari ta ding ding ku taka de tari ta ding ding ku ta ding ku to ding ku to taka de ku kada 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 tum taka de ku kada 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 tum taka de ku kada 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 tum tari ta ding ding ku taka de tari ta ding ding ku ta ding ku to ding ku to taka de ku kada 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 tum taka de ku kada 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 tum taka de ku kada 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 tum tari ta ding ding ku taka de tari ta ding ding ku ta ding ku to ding ku to taka de ku kada 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 tum taka de ku kada 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 tum taka de ku kada 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 tum தரிதா ததரிதா தித்ததரிதா ததிமி தக்கதித்தா ஹத சும் தரிதை ததரிதை தித்ததரிதை ததிமி தத்தித்தா ஹத சும் தரிதா ததரி ததன தஜுனு ததிமி தக்கதித்தா ஹத சும் தரிதை ததரி ததன தஜுனு ததிமி தத்தித்தா ஹத சும் தரி கிட்ட தக தித்தா ஹத சும் தரி கிட்ட தக தத்தித்தா ஹத சும் தித்தா ஹத சும் தா ஹத சும் ததிங் கிண்ணதும் ததிங் கிண்ணதும் ததிங் கிண்ணதும் Tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum. Tathinginnatum, 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 tathetta hatachum, thetta hatachum, ta hatachum. Tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum. Tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum. Tathinginnatum, 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 tathetta hatachum, thetta hatachum, ta hatachum. Tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum. Tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum. Tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum, tathinginnatum. Tathin taka, taka taka tathin taka, tathin taka 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 tathin taka, tathin taka turguda kita taka thalam kutom kutom ta rita chum tarita chum tarita thandara rita chum tarita chum tarita chum tarita thandara rita chum tarita chum takachum taka tathin ginna tom ta rita chum tarita chum takachum taka tathin ginna tom ta rita chum tarita kachum tarita chum tarita kachum tarita chum taridam takachum taridai tachum takanam takarum takaditta குந்தரி கிட்ட தகத ஜம் தரி தக ஜம் தரி தக ஜம் தரி தக நம் தரி தா தே தத்தப்ப குந்தரி கிட்ட தகதா ஜெட்டா தத்தா தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தச்சம் தரி தக ஜம் தரி தக ஜம் தரி தக நம் தரி தத்தப்ப குந்தரி கிட்ட தகதா ஜெட்டா தத்தா தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தச்சம் தரி தக ஜம் தரி தக ஜம் தரி தக நம் தரி குந்தாரி கிட்ட தகத ரெட்டா ரெட்டா தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தகதிக்கு குததகடதம் தகதிக்கு குததகடதம்
மதிமுகம் தரிசித்தே திருமலை தன்னில் சதா கடலலை போல் மறிமுகம் தரிசித்தே கோவிந்தவை கொண்ட ஆனந்தம் நீயே அடியவர் மகிழ் திருமலை தன்னில் சதா கடலலை போல் மறிமுகம் தரிசித்தே கோவிந்தவை பெருமை ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ 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 ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை நீ பதமா பரிகமாக ரக நீ பதமா பரிகமாக ரக தெய்வம் யாவும் ஒன்றிணைந்து வந்ததன் தெய்வம் யாவும் ஒன்றிணைந்து வந்ததன் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை நீத பாம பதனி சரிக பதனி த பதனி ரி சரி தனி கரி சரி த பாம பதனி சரிக பதனி த பதனி ரி சரி தனி கரி ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சங்கமாலையுடன் அங்கை அபயம் தர துங்க அலர் மேல மங்கை மணவாளன் சங்கமாலையுடன் அங்கை அபயம் தர துங்க அலர் மேல மங்கை மணவாளன் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சுமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை நீதனி பதம பகனி தபமகரி சரிக சரி பரி சரி கணித நீதனி பதம பகனி தபமகரி சரிக சரி பரி சரி கணித சரி கரி கமகரி சரி கணித கிரி சரி தபம கரி கரி தரி கரி நீதனி பதம பகனி தபமகரி சரிக சரி கலியுகம் தன்னில் கருணாமூர்த்தி துலப மலர் மாணிக்க வைடோர் அலங்காரகம் வீர சௌந்தர்ய சேவை காண பல கோடி கண்கள் வேணும் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பெருமை சொல்ல தரமோ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் கீதையுடன் நரம் காற்று மரம் ஏழுருவசரம் ஏதுதல் திறம் நாட்டிடும் பரதாமன் அன்னை மகிழ பத்மவல்லிதனை அன்போடு மணந்த வேங்கடரமண பக்தர் நேய பத்மநாபன் நித்ய கல்யாண
That was the exacting central piece, the Varnam. Before we go on to the second half, while Khevna quickly does a dress change, allow me to introduce you to the ensemble. On my left is Srimati Shweta Prasad, a renowned soloist and concert singer in the Carnatic Shaili, a much sought after Natya Sangeetam artist who has been singing for some of the most renowned Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi dancers both inside the country and overseas, and also someone who's been composing exquisite new items and new compositions. Srimati Shweta Prasad. On my right is Sri T.P. Balasubramaniam, a mridangist from Sikandrabad who has been with the Shankarananda Kalakshetra ensemble for... Before we go on, we have a very brief second half while Khevna changes her costume. I request the musicians to present a musical piece for you just in time for Khevna to change her costume.
खेलन को आयो आज आयो श्याम मोहना रस मंडल खेलन को
The second half, Khevna. Well, in the first half, she took you to Tirumala through Srinivasa. Now she brings you down to Tiruchanur and brings to you the goddess. An Annamacharya Sankirtana, a very famous Annamacharya Sankirtana, Alla Kuriyaga, in Shankarabharanam and Aditalam, music composed by Sri Ralapalli Anantakrishna Sharma. Annamacharya, who lived between 1408 for about 9 decades, composed innumerable songs extolling the Shringara or love between the divine couple Srinivasa and Alavelumanga. They are called Shringara Sankirtanams, and his songs in the Shringara genre are temporal in nature and frame the Almighty and his beloved in the worldly, earthly, romantic adventures, trials and travails akin to human nature and human love. So in this beautiful Sankirtana, Alavelumanga, she is the goddess Shri. Shri, who resides in his Vakshasthala. Shri, the beloved of Lord Venkateshwara. Alavelumanga, she who dances with inimitable grace and beauty. And as she dances, the flowers in her beautiful long tresses shower the ground she dances upon. She is enchanting like a rare blossom, and she danced in the wake of a translucent screen, presenting the idiom and grammar of dance with utmost elegance. Her ankle bells tap myriad rhythms while she twirls and turns, dancing for her beloved, Sri Venkateshwara. Annamacharya Sankirtanam, the first of the 3 short pieces we have for you in the second half.
ಅಲ್ಲರುಳು ಕೂರಿಯಗ ಆಡೆನ್ನದೇ 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 ಅಲ್ಲರುಳು ಕೂರಿಯಗ ಆಡೆನ್ನದೇ
padmanane tata jhum dhit tata jhum ta dhit tata jhum darigadatam padmini padma padre tata jhum dhit tata jhum ta dhit tata jhum padma priye ta jhum dhit ta jhum ta dhit ta jhum padmadala yatakshi padmanane darigadatam kadataga darigadatam padmini padma padre darigadatam kadataga darigadatam padma priye darigadatam kadataga darigadatam padmadala yatakshi padmanane darigadatam padmini padma padre darigadatam padma priye tadhinginatum tadhinginatum tadhingi padmadala yatakshi takata dhinginatum takata dhinginatum takata dhinginatum padmadala yatakshi takadhiku tadhinginatum takadhiku tadhinginatum takadhiku tadhinginatum
ಅಲ್ಲರುಲು ಗುರೆಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅಲ್ಲರುಲು ಗುರೆಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಕಲ ಕೋಲು ಕೋಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲರುಲು ಗುರೆಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಕಲ ಕೋಲು ಕೋಲ ಅಲ್ಲರುಳು ಗುರಿಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅಲಗಲ ಮೂಲ ಅಲಮೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲರುಳು ಗುರಿಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅಲಗಲ ಕೋಲು 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 ಮೂಲ ಅಲ್ಲರುಳು ಗುರಿಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅಲಗಲ ಕೋಲು ಮೂಲ ಅಲ್ಲರುಳು ಗುರಿಯಗ ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅರವಿರಿ ಸೊಬಗುಲ ಅತಿವನು ಮೇಚಗ ಅರತೆರ ಮರುಗುಲ 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 ಆಡೆನದೆ ಅರತೆರ అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే చిందుల పాటల సిరి పొలయాటల అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే చిందుల చిందుల పాటల సిరి పొలయాటల అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే చిందుల పాటల పొలయాటల అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే చిందుల పాటల
తక్కిట్ట తక్క తక్కిట్ట తక్క జిమ్మి తక్కిట్ట తక్క జిమ్మి తక్క తక్కిట్ట
చిందుల పాటల సిరి పొలయాటల అందెల మోదల ఆడినదే కనుదువ తిరోగే గణపతి మేచగ కందువ తిరోగే గణపతి మేచగ అంద పోతిరోపుల అలమేల్ మంగ కందువ తిరోగే గణపతి మేచగ అంద పోతిరోపుల అలమేల్ మంగ అలరుడు గోలేయగ ఆడేగదే అలగల గోలోగుల అలమేల్ మంగ అలరుడు గోలేయగ ఆడేగదే అలగల గోలోగుల అలమేల్ మంగ అలరుడు గోలేయగ ఆడేగదే ఆడినదే ఆడినదే
The penultimate item will be the Tillana, a composition of another maestro, Dr. Mangalampalli Balamurali Krishna, set to Kuntalavarali Ragam and Aditalam. The Tillana is considered the most brilliant and grand items in a Bharatanatyam recital and is composed of intricate jati patterns and set to complex music score, and is punctuated by graceful and statesque postures. This Tillana is a challenge to a musician and the dancer because it packs in so many complicated cross rhythms, musical nuances, and is a beautiful Tillana, a composition of Mangalampalli Balamurali Krishna garu. Kuntalavarali Tillana, the penultimate item.
தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் நாதிர்தோம் தீநன 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 தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் நாதிர்தோம் 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 தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம்
நச்சம் தத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாங்க தாங்க தின்னா தச்சம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாங்க தாங்க தச்சம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாங்க தாங்க தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாங்க தாங்க தத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங் கிண்ணத்தம் தாத்திங்
தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் நாதிர்தோம் தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் நாதிர்தோம் தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் நாதிர்தோம் தீநன தஜனு ஜனு தஜனு தஜிமி தகதரகிட தகதஜம் தரித ஜம் தரித ஜம் தரித தஜனு ஜனு தஜனு தஜிமி தகதரகிட தகதஜம் தரித ஜம் தரித ஜம் தரி தஜனு ஜனு தஜனு தஜிமி தகதரகிட தகதஜம் தரித ஜம் தரித ஜம் தரி தஜனு ஜனு தஜனு தஜிமி தகதரகிட தகதஜம் தரித ஜம் தரித ஜம் தரித தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் நாதிர்தோம் தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் தீநன தில்லான நதிர்தீம் ததன தரிநாதிர்தோம் நாதிர்தோம் தீநன கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தில்தான ததிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனன தில்தான ததிர்தி தீனன தில்தான ததிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனன தில்தான நாதர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் தத்தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தத்தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தத்தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தாதனதிர்தி தத்தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தாதனதிர்தி தத்தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தாதனதிர்தி தத்தரி கிட்டதக தித்தரி கிட்டதக தோம் தரி கிட்டதக நம் தரி கிட்டதக தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனதி தாதனதிர்தி தீனனதி தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனதி தாதனதிர்தி கிட்டஜம் கிட்டஜம் தஜம் நிதத்தில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் கிட்டஜம் கிட்டஜம் தஜம் நிதத்தில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனத கிட்டஜம் ததனித கிட்டஜம் பனித தஜம் நிதத்தில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனத கிட்டஜம் ததனித கிட்டஜம் பனித தஜம் நிதத்தில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனத கிட்டஜம் ததனித கிட்டஜம் பனித தஜம் நிதத்தில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி தீனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் நாதர்தி தோம் தீனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் தக்கிட்ட ததி கிட்ட தோம் திருத்தும் நனனதிர்தி தோம் நனனதிர்தி தோம் நனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் தக்கிட்ட ததி கிட்ட தோம் திருதிர்தி தோம் நனனதிர்தி தோம் நனனதிர்தி தோம் நனனதில் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் தக்கிட்ட ததி கிட்ட தோம் திருத்தும் நனன தக்கிட்ட ததி கிட்ட தோம் திருதிர்தி தோம் நனன தக்கிட்ட ததி கிட்ட தோம் திருதிர்தி தோம் நனன தக்கிட்ட ததி கிட்ட தோம் தாதனதிர்தி ததன ததி நாதர்தி தோம் ததன தரி நாதர்தர்தோம் நாதர்தர்தோம் தீனரரதில் தீனரரதில் தானதர்தீ ததன தரி நாதர்தர்தோம் நாதர்தர்தோம் தீனரரதில் தானதர்தீ ததன தரி நாதர்தர்தோம் நாதர்தர்தோம் தீனரர நாதர்தர்தோம் நாதர்தர்தோம் தீனரர நாதர்தர்தோம் நாதர்தர்தோம் தீனரரதி
Before we go to the last item, once again on the ensemble, Srimati Shweta Prasad on the vocals, Sri T.P. Balasubramaniam on the mridangam, Sri Sai Kumar on the violin, and Sri Uma Venkateshwaralu on the mridangam, and I am Ananda, her guru. Khevna concludes this evening's Bharatanatyam Arangetram, and now we take you to Kerala. Hariharatmajashtakam in the Madhyamavati Ragam, in Dishradi. An Ashtakam, which is the daily lullaby sung to Swami Ayyappa at the Sanctum Sanctorum of the Shabarimala Ayyappa temple before it is closed for the night. Composed by Kammangudi Kullattur Srinivasa Iyer, the song was first sung by Swami Vimochananda at Shabarimala. This most pious and devotional lullaby, beautifully sung by renowned musician K.J. Yeshudas, is the one played every day at Shabarimala. The song describes the divinity of Swami Ayyappa in its 8 stanzas, with the devotee seeking refuge in Swami Ayyappa. The final piece by Kumari Khevna Reddy in her Bharatanatyam Arangetram, ending in a note of deep devotion, the Hariharatmaja Ashtakam.
Kirtanam Swami Shaktamanasam Bharanalolopam Swami Nartanalasam Arunabhasuram Swami Bhutanayakam गरुडवाहनं स्वामी सुन्दराननं वरगदायुधं स्वामी वेदवर्णितं गुरुप्रभाकरं स्वामी कीर्तनप्रियं हरिहरात्मजं देवमाश्रये शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा त्रिभुवनार्चनं स्वामी देवरात्मकं त्रिनयनं प्रभुं स्वामी दिव्यदेशिकं त्रिदशपूजितं स्वामी चिन्तितप्रदं हरिहरात्मजं स्वामी देवमाश्रये शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा कलमृदुस्मितं स्वामी सुन्दराननं कळभकोमलं स्वामी रात्रमोहनं कळभकेसरी स्वामी वाजिवाहनं हरिहरात्मजं देवमाश्रये शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा हरिहरात्मजं स्वामी देवमाश्रये 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 शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा 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 स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणमय्यप्पा स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी अय्यप्पा अय्यप्पा स्वामी स्वामी अय्यप्पा स्वामी स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा शरणं स्वामी शरणं अय्यप्पा అయ్యప్ప శరణం స్వామి శరణం అయ్యప్ప శరణం స్వామి శరణం అయ్యప్ప శరణం స్వామి శరణం అయ్యప్ప శరణం స్వామియే అయ్యప్పో అయ్యప్పో స్వామియే స్వామియే అయ్యప్పో అయ్యప్పో స్వామియే స్వామి శరణం అయ్యప్ప శరణం స్వామి శరణం
స్వామియే శరణమయ్యప్ప స్వామియే శరణమయ్యప్ప స్వామియే శరణమయ్యప్ప
స్వామి శరణం అయ్యప్ప శరణం 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 స్వామి శరణం మంగళం కౌసలేంద్రాయ మహనీయ గుణాత్మనే చక్రవర్తి తనూజాయ సార్వభౌమాయ మంగళం మంగళం చక్రవర్తి తనూజాయ సార్వభౌమాయ మంగళం మంగళం మంగళం
నేను వెళ్తాను.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Khevna Reddy in her Bharatanatyam Arangetram. We request you to stay back for a few minutes while we set the stage, and we're looking forward eagerly to listening to the words of blessings from our honored guests today. In a few minutes, while we set the stage, kindly bear with us. We look forward to hearing the thoughts and blessings from Lieutenant General A.R.K. Reddy Garu and Srimati Deepika Reddy Garu in a few minutes. Please bear with us. Amal, shh. Podium B first. Aditi, start.
for Khevna as she ascends the aesthetic ladder of this glorious art. We are indeed honored and grateful to have in our midst today Srimati Deepika Reddy, renowned Kuchipudi Guru and Danceuse, Chairperson Telangana Sangeet Natak Academy and Kalaratna Awardee, and retired Lieutenant General A.R.K. Reddy, recipient of Parama Vishishta Seva Medal and Ati Vishishta Seva Medal. We thank you both for taking your precious time out and being present here today. Thank you. I request parents of Khevna, Shri Alla Rajesh Reddy and Srimati Annie Reddy to kindly lead our honored guests to the dais. What is any learning without a guru? Gurauna praptaye yatyanyanatrapihi labhyate Guru prasadat sarvam tu prapnotyaivana samshayah. What is obtained from a guru cannot be obtained from elsewhere. With the grace of the guru, indeed one gets everything. The spine and strength behind everything and everyone at Shankarananda Kalakshetra, our beloved guru, a friend, a philosopher, our guide, our idol, our very own Akka, Padma Shri Dr. Ananda Shankar Jayant, a renowned and well-known Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi dancer and choreographer and director of Shankarananda Kalakshetra. We welcome you, Akka, onto the dais. We also welcome Srimati Mrudula Anand, Khevna's first dance teacher, to the dais. Today, Khevna has stepped onto the professional platform to the hallowed stage, making her debut into this rarefied world of Bharatanatyam. We invite you, dear Khevna, onto the dais. That's Khevna. I now invite our Guru, Anandaka, to welcome our guests and share her thoughts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always an honor and pleasure to be back at Ravindra Bharati, presenting the next generation of Bharatanatyam dancers. It's a special honor today because in this day and age, when the young are more focused on other things than our own Indic culture, it makes us gurus, and I'm sure all the gurus here will agree with me, makes us feel blessed to have parents and students like this who are willing to walk the talk to continue to stay in the world of dance. So thank you very much for each and every one of you Rasikas who have come here to bless young Khevna. Khevna came to me as a young child. She has been trained beautifully by the other teachers at Shankarananda Kalakshetra, Neeraja Kaja, Aditi Rao, Pujita, Sri Lakshmi, and so many other teachers who train the young from their very first steps. But before that, she was trained by Mrudula Anand, herself a very well-known dancer from Chennai, student of Sudharani Raghupati. And it's always wonderful to see how the transition of training happens from one teacher to the other and how we are all connected in this world of dance. So Khevna, when she came to me as a little child, cheerful, happy, always wanting to practice and learn, and always willing to help. And that is something which I found very charming in her. The fact that she's always willing to be part of any group activity, willing to, yes, yes, I will do this. Yes, I will share this. That kind of, she's a single daughter in her family, though they have 2 children. But then she became part of this huge family that we are, the world of dance. Not just with Shankarananda Kalakshetra, but I know my friend Deepika will also vouch for how she becomes part of any dance group and owns responsibility as someone whom the teacher can rely on. And to me, that is an exquisite quality in this young child. Of course, she has practiced immensely, and you've seen the results today. She didn't miss a step, and she went through her paces with all the complicated pieces that I challenged her with. So Khevna, I will not say more than this. I will leave the gurus on the stage to speak about you. The parents, Rajesh and Annie, have also been an integral part of the Shankarananda Kalakshetra family. Just one phone call and they're both there. Just they will say, I mean, I seem to be an akka for everybody. The mothers, the fathers, the grandparents and the students. So they will say, yes, akka, and there's always a thank you so much for being such an integral part of the family. Today, it's an honor to have with us Lieutenant General A.R.K. Reddy, PVSM, AVSM. It's indeed a very, very special honor because he's also the Chittappa, or the Chinnanaina, as we say in Telugu, of Rajesh. So thank you, sir, for being with us. It is a rarity that the world of the army meets the world of dance, and I'm sure you are extremely proud of your grandchild. Thank you so much for being here. What can I say about this beautiful lady in white sitting in the middle, Deepika Reddy? Off-white, actually. Deepika and I go a long way. Dear friends, also colleagues in the world of art. We kind of almost are sharing thoughts similarly, behaving similarly sometimes, and sometimes even snapping similarly. I think that's what she says. We snap like each other, she says. But jokes apart, Deepika is a renowned Kuchipudi dancer, student of Padma Bhushan Vempati Master Garu, Vempati Chinna Satyam Garu. I have seen her over the years as a young dancer. We've known each other as both of us grew up in this city. And she's now one of the most sought after Kuchipudi gurus of not just Hyderabad, but also of the country. She leads a very, very exquisite ensemble called the Deepanjali Ensemble with a lot of wonderful choreographies to her credit. And now she's donning the mantle, the administrative mantle as the chairperson of the Telangana Sangeet Natak Academy. So from this stage, I congratulate you, Deepika, for taking on such an onerous responsibility. And knowing you, I know you will bring a lot of changes and a lot of strength and a lot of space for the world of art from the chair you sit on. And welcome to the world of administration. You know, I come from the world of administration. I used to serve in the railways. And at those times when I used to be in office, Deepika would say, hey, you know what, I'm chilling out. You're working. And now the tables have turned, and I tell her that because I've retired, and I tell her, hey, you're working. But besides that friendly nudge that we have with each other, I know that she will bring a lot. She already is brimming with ideas, and I won't share it here. I'll allow it to come out one by one. But she, I am sure, will bring an enormous amount of a shift in the way the government space and the corporate space looks at art, not just as performance, but as teaching, as training, as learning, as life skills for the next generation. And also create those cultural spaces and infrastructures that is so needed in this society, in this city, of course. So Deepika, I'm really looking forward to the next few years of your tenure here. And of course, she as a dancer has excelled, and as a guru, there's so much to say, but everyone knows Deepika, and I will only say that thank you so much, Deepika, for being here, and for being part of a very precious and lovely evening that we at Shankarananda Kalakshetra have brought out, the 43rd Arangetram of Shankarananda Kalakshetra of Kumari, Khevna, Reddy. Thank you so much, both of you, both the honored guests, Lieutenant General A.R.K. Reddy and Deepika Reddy, for being here. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being part of this evening, of this, being part of the family of Shankarananda Kalakshetra, because without you, the Rasika, we, the artists, can do nothing. So it's you who finish the circle. While we practice and present, it's you who finish the circle, because what you take away is what we bring through generations, through centuries of art, through our art to you. You take back stories, you take back narratives, you take back that soul of India that connects us all. So thank you so much for being here. And now I'll hand you back to Aditi. So thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your blessings, Akka. I now request our honored guests for this evening, Kuchipudi dancer, Guru, Chairperson, Telangana Sangeet Natak Academy and Kalaratna Awardee, Srimati Deepika Reddy, to bless Khevna and say a few words.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Namaskaram. The honored guests on the dais, Lieutenant General Retired Shri A.R.K. Reddy Garu, the Guru, Padma Shri Sangeet Natak Academy Awardee, Ananda Shankar Jayant Garu. We have the dancer Guru, Brudula Anand, the proud parents of Khevna, Rajesh Reddy Garu and Annie Reddy, family and friends of the star performer today, ladies and gentlemen. It indeed is a great pleasure for me to be here at the Bharatanatyam Arangetram of the little doll Khevna. She just enthralled us. I would also like to say that I deem it a great honor to share the dais with none other than Lieutenant General Retired Shri A.R.K. Reddy Garu. I was reading about him and heard one of his interviews this morning itself. He has protected us, people like him, the defense forces, I must say, have literally taken care of all of us so that we are secure and sleep comfortably in our homes. Selflessly, they are protecting us. And he has been there and as part of the fighter force of the military in 3 wars. That's what I just came to know this morning, and I was like, so for me it brought tears into my eyes, because we are celebrating now 75th year of Indian independence. We need to bow to all the freedom fighters who have brought us independence, and also to the defense personnel for protecting us and making us feel so proud to be Indians. I came to know another thing today when I was sitting with A.R.K. Reddy Garu. I didn't realize that he knows my father so well. It came as a surprise to me and to him also. So we connected the dots sitting there. So very happy to share the dais with you, A.R.K. Reddy Garu. Now to my dear, my buddy as I call her, Ananda. At the cost of being repetitive, I always say that she brings Anandam, joy, wherever she is. She is a live wire, electrifying live wire with so much touchwood energy. We can't hold her back. Jayant himself can't hold her back, so where are we? She won't sit quiet even for a second. She's a multifaceted personality, and as we all know, a brilliant dancer, a creative choreographer, a scholar, a motivational speaker, and a committed, dedicated guru. We all love her TED Talks and are so inspired by them. And she has made a mark as an erudite scholar and also as an upright officer. We all look up to her for that too. And above all, she's a wonderful human being and a great friend. I truly admired her for her positivity and for her resolve. She has made a mark internationally, and her TED Talks are so sought after. If any of you haven't heard them, please do, because there's a huge takeaway. There's lots to learn. And she is a Stree Shakti, a person who I admire, and she never stayed still even for a minute. Her Kutti Kahani that she curated for the little children was a huge hit, and all the stories the little children had to tell us, the storytelling was just a class apart. Then the Tamrapatra series, where we all also participated and saluted the music compositions of late Sri Venumadhav Garu, who was an integral part of Shankarananda Kalakshetra, and also, of course, a brilliant singer and composer who sang for all of us. So non-stop, she is there. And even when she's told not to perform, she just goes there. She just does it and proves herself time and again. And her group work is wonderful. And the team spirit of Shankarananda Kalakshetra is something that everybody should learn from. And it's a wonderful family who is also very dear. All of them, the Shankarananda family is very dear to a Deepanjali family. Ananda, we keep speaking almost every day, and she told me about the Arangetram she has planned for this year, and then she told me the names, and she said, you must come as a guest. And when I heard the name Khevna, I said, I'm coming for Khevnas. I literally invited myself, I can say. I've done that for a lot of Arangetrams in the past also. Neha, and then now Pujita, Anusha, Lahari, Harshita, so many of them. I know all her girls, they're all very dear to me. Khevna I first met in Chirek, because my children also studied in Chirek. Now, of course, they've passed out and moved on. And I was invited as a parent then to choreograph a piece for the 30 years celebration of Chirek that was held at Shilpa Kala Vedika, and the Vice President Garu was the chief guest. And I chose dancers from all styles. And of course, Khevna was an integral part of that production, and a bubbly young child, and she was there and, you know, all over the place, taking care of so many things. I was so impressed. So that's Khevna for you. She has a lot of leadership qualities, and she balances studies and all her extracurricular activities so beautifully. There's a lot to learn, because, you know, so many parents who come to Shankarananda Kalakshetra with their children, or to Deepanjali, my institute, they don't realize that learning an art form, whether it's dance, music, there's so many benefits, because, you know, your all-round personality develops, and also it's like a stress buster. They say exams, so before 10th class, they want to take a break. Before 12th class, they want to take a break. And after that, most of them are leaving Hyderabad and going to different places to study. But then what I say is, you can balance both. Life is full of challenges. If you can't balance at this age, how will we do it in the future? So I say, do not take these breaks and all that. Continue performing and you'll excel in studies. Because there's so many, when we're dancing, you saw Khevna dancing from her Pushpanjali, and you saw the Alaripu, how she did the peacock movements, everything. She has to take care of her super Aramandi, excellent Aramandi, then her neat footwork, and she made it look so easy. And Ananda's choreography is an endurance test, I must say. And she was able to do it. Avali laga, as they say in Telugu, she danced from the start. And of course, the Varnam, as Jayant and I say, Ananda, you kill them in the Varnam, why did you do that? But every episode that she took was so beautifully, she has presented it. Because when a guru is choreographing, we just wait to see whether they can deliver. And today, she has done more than that. Khevna, congratulations. And now the Allarulu Kuriyaga was very interestingly choreographed by Ananda, a little different from the way we do it, and beautifully presented by her. Then, of course, Kuntalavarali Tilana, one of my favorites, and very well done. Even then, there was no... I think the rigorous grind of Neeraja definitely helped in the beginning. I can see Neeraja also there. And the last item, I must say, she took us to the Swami. She took us there. We went to Ayyappa. It was such a beautiful choreography. And I must say that today's orchestra was just out of the world. Ananda, of course, with her crisp and neat Natuvangam and rendition of Jatis. And she makes us look at her half the time. We are confused whether to look at the artist or whether to look at the Natuvanar. That's what happened. And it happens time and again for all her Arangetrams. And Shweta, she's a blessed Saraswati Anugraham Kalgina singer. Beautiful singer, I must say. Chinnappaninchi, I must say, she's like a prodigy. As a teenager itself, she would sing so beautifully, and now she's exceptionally good, and she's a music composer, and she's doing kacheris. I must say, we're very happy to have such a wonderful singer here to sing for all of us. Beautiful singer, I must say. And God bless her. And I'm very happy now that her daughter is also singing, and we would like her to meet her mother and go one step forward. Balasubramaniam Garu, the Mridangist, very, very good, and he's always there for Ananda, a brilliant Mridangist. Sai Kolanka, who comes from a family of wonderful musicians. He plays for me also, beautiful violinist. And Uma Venkateshwarlu Garu on the flute. All of them, they combined so beautifully, because you can see the teamwork. So it was beautifully done, I must say, and a treat to not only a visual treat, but I just was enjoying every bit of the music also. Kudos to all of them. The lighting, Baswaraju did a great job, as always. Beautiful, because he comes for the rehearsal, so he delivers. And all this, Deepa Krishnamachari, my God, she comes up with every time new ideas, and she's very innovative and very dear to me also, Deepa. She's done a great job. And of course, the whole team, Neeraja and all of them, and Aditi, the wonderful MC. I know each and every one from Shankarananda Kalakshetra, so it's like, for me, their program is like my program, so I really enjoy every bit of it. And congratulations to the proud parents. My God, you must, I don't know how you're feeling. I don't think you'll sleep for the next few days. Rajesh, Reddy Garu and Annie. And who will believe that she's the mother? She looks like the sister. And I believe Khevna has a brother 5 years older to her. She's such a pretty lady and so charming. They came and invited me with a lot of affection. I'm very, very happy to be here. And I must say, as Ananda said, there's lots to learn from parents like them, because it's not easy to provide continuous support, logistical support. And she has rehearsals at unearthly hours, early in the morning. I don't get up at that time. That's when she has her rehearsals. I work late in the evening, so we are poles apart in that. But they're always there, as Ananda rightly said. All her team, her parents are wonderful, and her students, because we've done a lot of work together. We have performed together, and so I know what all goes, behind the scenes for every performance. Sorry if I'm boring you, but you need to know that to present a child like this, what goes behind the scenes, and and then the group productions she has participated in, gives them so much confidence. And today she's come and she's just enthralled all of us. She's just, does this look like an Arangetram to you? It doesn't look like an Arangetram to me, because she's there. She's now announced, I've come into the world of performing arts. But the only little advice is, do not, put this aside, and wherever you are, please continue performing, because you're blessed and you have been trained by the best guru, so what more? And her initial training was by Mridula Anand, another wonderful dancer and also a dear friend of mine. So this evening is a lovely evening, and all of you are here to bless her, and your blessings will go a long way, Khevna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepika Akka, for being here and sharing your valuable insight. I now invite our chief guest this evening, retired Lieutenant General A.R.K. Reddy Garu, recipient of the prestigious Parama Vishishta and Ati Vishishta Seva medals.
Savak Namaskar. The distinguished people on the dais, there's so much in you, the talent, I don't match it all at all. Not only this, it's not my subject nor a core competence. It's not my core competence. But let me share a few thoughts, maybe outside the box. I also speak for my brother, who is the grandfather of Khevna, my elder brother, a noble man, internationally famous, and is my role model. And my sister-in-law is a shadow with him, inseparable shadow with him. We spoke quite a lot. I'll come to the blessings part of it a little later. Recently, my sister-in-law was very unwell, very, very unwell. And Rajesh, his mother, and Annie, the daughter-in-law, Khevna, the granddaughter, and Harshit, the grandson, absolutely twined themselves with her day in, day out, a thing which he probably may not be knowing it, and her recovery and she's been able to walk is totally due to them. As a Alla family is the eldest and close on the heels. So I would like to say, we have a daughter as well. Rajesh has got his elder sister. In the early years, we made an unsuccessful attempt to put her into this Bharatanatyam. For about a year and a half, two. But in the hustle bustles of the life that comes, it couldn't reach any finale. It has been our ambition, a cherished desire, which Khevna has fructified it and translated our desire into an action plan. Our blessings to Khevna goes in our blood. There's nothing which expresses. Like the way people say, a singer has got his soul in his throat, a poet in his heart, the soul. Khevna today, to put in military terms, paraded every soul in her body, the muscle, the bone, the joints. expressive, smile, and the anger, all that goes with it while depicting Mohini, Avatara, or for that matter, the Lord Vishnu's, the whole lot of them in the first half. In the second half, of course, as you rightly said, she has taken us to Shabarmalai in the entire gambit of it. I must thank you, ma'am, that you really choreographed this beautiful event. Excellent. People like us who are illiterates on the subject could grasp it. Khevna, you have done us proud. We are really indeed proud. And I must compliment Rajesh, my son, and my daughter-in-law, Annie, for as unstinted support, a support which sometimes we didn't take it very seriously. It is so intense today, it's visible. And Harshit, of course, is part and parcel of the same system. And my speech is never complete if I don't include my wife into this. She has always been saying there is some element in Khevna which will come out and surface one day. And it has surfaced today. My parents, with their divine blessings to you, Khevna, and all of us present here, your people near and dear to you, most of them are your blood relatives. Blood relatives are here, same DNA, same genes. On their behalf, I extend the greetings, I extend the blessings to you. I'm sure you have chosen this not as a passion, probably got yourself intertwined into this and put your soul into it. And I'm sure it will take you to greater heights in this discipline. Your orchestra was excellent. I was trying to get what is the full name of the whole thing. It's a normal word, orchestra. Indeed, very very touching. We could. I'm not great in this type of activity, but I liked each rhythm, each rag, each tal, the notch. There's so much to talk about the subject. The competent people like you only can speak. All that I say, we are grateful to you, ma'am, for this beautiful arrangement, for being a guru. And a guru remains to my children. You are a guru to us as well. This evening has been, my wife has been going around giving a publicity to come and attend to all my relatives. Each one she spoke. Annie also spoke. And she ensured many people come and participate. So I like to thank all of you to have come here on the invitation of the Alla family, on the invitation of the Ithamukla bus and the Bismukla passengers. That's our village. That's our village. And each one of you are indeed a very inseparable part to us. Ma'am, continue to guide my grandchild, and we seek your blessings, we seek your guidance at all the time. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you very much for your blessings, sir. I now invite Khevna's first teacher, Srimati Mridula Anand, to say a few words.
Sarvam Keshavam Pratigachati. Good evening to a very, very patient audience. I am not a scheduled speaker, so I will not stand between you and those exit doors. So my speech will be very short. I taught Khevna many years ago, and I'm not sure what she remembers of what I taught. But one thing I would like to bring here is I saw a lot of grace today, not only in the dance. Of course, the dance was stunningly graceful. She was beautifully taught, gracefully taught by the entire team, and of course, Anandaka. But I saw a lot of grace in the way I was treated and invited, not only by her parents, but also by Anandaka. And that's what I wanted to speak on the mic today. Not about the dance and the orchestra, because they were, they were outstanding. And I don't need to reiterate that again and again to this audience. You saw it for yourself. But what I really wanted to come across and tell you was this is the culture that we want to propagate. It's very easy to say that, yes, she taught her, but on the journey we've moved on, right? That's not true. Art and culture actually allows you to take a minute to remember those who have been in your journey. And it's not just in dance, it is in life as well. And that is a very, very important lesson, I think, that was underlined and highlighted today by Anandaka. As I say, I've always called her Anandaka, so I think everybody calls her Anandaka, but I'm younger than her, so that's fine. But the thing is that it's just been amazing that all of them have been so gracious to me, be it Deepika as well. And they invited me, they made me part of this function. I need not have been. And that's what the small things in life make a huge difference. And I'm sure these are things that Khevna takes in her journey. And that is what she is going to propagate when she goes out. That is the art and culture we're talking about, not the Aramandis and the Natyaramams. So please remember that while we do teach our children this art, we teach the culture along with it. And also the act of graciousness, not only in the dance, but in the way you behave, the way you carry yourself. And as my guru used to always tell me, it's just the way you come into a room and stand, that people just want to talk to you or want to sometimes, just look at you and take and imbibe their ideas from you. And this has been a fantastic team right behind me. Please take a minute to acknowledge all of the students of the dance class as well who've supported. That brilliant orchestra sitting very quietly now, but was just a storm on stage a few minutes ago. This beautiful decor, the people who are helping put the chairs and take them away, and also all of these young children over here who are ready to the next step and to make sure that this is a grand success. And of course, to all of you sitting here, because you've been incredibly patient, we all know that you're invested in the dance of your children, but it does not necessarily require you to be such a strong participant for every other child's performance. So a big round of applause to yourselves, please. And I will take no more time, but I really want to reiterate, art is not just about dance and music, it's a way of life. So please make sure that you do give this opportunity to everybody in your family, because the culture that comes with it is irreplaceable. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Akka. I now invite Khevna to perform her traditional Guru Puja. I now request Khevna's parents to honor the guests on the dais. Dancer Guru Srimati Deepika Reddy. Our chief guest, retired Lieutenant General Shri A.R.K. Reddy. Srimati Mridula Anand, Khevna's first guru. Thank you, Akka, for being here. An endless effort goes into making an Arangetram a success. Months of training and rehearsal, planning and preparation. Khevna will now honor all those people who have made this day possible, and of course our beautiful orchestra. Training and rehearsals, senior teacher and mentor, Srimati Neeraja Kaja. Srimati Neeraja Kaja. And now our divine orchestra. On the vocals, Srimati Shweta Prasad. Mridangam, Shri T.P. Balasubramanyam. Violin was Shri K. Sai Kumar. He's just left, taken a train. Flute, Shri Uma Venkateshwaralu. Okay. So Balu Anna will receive for Sai Anna. Flute, Shri Uma Venkateshwaralu. Makeup, Shri Ashok Pawar. Costumes, Nagaya costumes. Srimati Manasa. Nagaya Tailors, Hyderabad. Photography and videography, Shri G. Muralidhar. Lights, Shri Y. Basavaraju. And this beautiful stage, Srimati Deepa Krishnamachari. Yeah, and myself. I will take it to myself. I now invite Khevna's brother, Harshit Reddy, to share his feelings on behalf of the family.
Well, good evening, everyone. Giving you a disclaimer now is that I'm pretty bad at public talking. So, yeah, I've written a few thank yous to a lot of important people, and I'm going to just share it with y'all and thank everyone who've been such an integral part of this whole coming together of Khevna being a Bharatanatyam dancer. So, my name is Harshit. I'm Khevna's elder brother and a constant opponent and critic in everything she does. So, more than anything than support, I'm more of the critical role. I'm the villain every time. So, I watched her dance since she was 5 years old. So that's around when she was in first grade, I think. And it's been 12 years. And you can see that there's the same sparkle in her eyes every time she starts dancing. So there, you can see that that's pure passion. That's not being forced. That's not being, doing it as a hobby. It's something she's fully invested herself in. And throughout her dancing career, she's been going through obstacles, let it be something silly like, health. I mean, not silly, health is not silly, but yeah, silly things, important things, whatever it is. She chooses dance in a heartbeat. She doesn't think about it twice. Whatever it is, she puts herself through it. Let it be everyone. And I mean, it could be myself, it could be our parents, it could be anyone. She'd still choose dance over anything. So that's the kind of love she has for Bharatanatyam, and I think that's something evident with everyone who knows her very well. Now, through all of this, two people who are very important to enable this for kids are always their parents. And for us, it's Amma and Nana, always. So without them supporting us through all of this, giving us the platform, letting us, spread our wings and search for something we like and pursue it as well, is something I think is a gift in today's world, to be honest, because not all parents let them do everything, but our parents do let us do whatever we feel we love. So thank you, Amma and Nana, for that. And going on from that, I'm sorry, I'm lost over here. Yeah. So these are not the only people. So mom or dad or, these are not the only people who have shaped her into the human being that she is today or the dancer that she is today. And first and foremost, I want to thank Ananda Akka because she has kind of finished Khevna to a certain extent as a Bharatanatyam dancer at this moment. And through her ideologies and how she thinks Bharatanatyam should be spread throughout and, this dying culture of classical dancing and music, which is coming up again now with this generation. People like her are people who propagate it again and give it a good platform for even the youngsters to be, admire it and understand it and love it as well. So thank you, Akka, for that. Next, someone who is probably the backbone of how Khevna has grown as a dancer and is probably her mom away from home, I must say, being strict and nice and basically being Amma away from home. And that is Neeraj Akka for Khevna. Really have to thank Neeraj Akka for all that she does. I've seen Neeraj Akka mold Khevna as a dancer since her time in SK throughout all the phases. And thank you Neeraj Akka for doing this for Khevna. And then moving on, Shankarananda Kalakshetra and all the students, they have also been a very integral part of Khevna's growth as a dancer and as a human and to help her get to this stage. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to Khevna's seniors and friends who've been part of her journey till date. And I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to both the chief guests, Srimati Deepika Reddy Garu and Dr. A.R.K. Reddy, who's also my Chintatya. So thank you, Chintatya, for all your blessings and you, ma'am. Last, I'd like to thank all the people on stage and off stage over here and the audience who've helped to make this a really memorable day for Khevna, something she's always looked forward to, and it's one milestone to a lot more coming in the future for her. So thank you for being a part of this, and yeah, That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshit. I now invite today's star, Khevna, to say her thank yous on her very special day.
Before I start, I'd like to tell thank you, Cheta, for stealing my thunder as usual. He mentioned all the thanks that I was supposed to thank, so thank you for that. Good evening and namaskaram to everybody present here. It takes a village to do what has been done today, to plan something, to practice, to do what has been done today. And it would be unfair on my part to not thank each and every person who's involved, so kindly bear with me for 5 more minutes. I'd like to begin by thanking God and the universe for making today happen and for making dance such an integral part of my life. My mother always told me that God cannot come down and take care of everybody who He has created, which is why He comes to us in the form of people. And He came through me in the form of my gurus, my parents, my friends, and my family. Today would have been impossible without the constant love and support of one person, and that is Ananda Akka. Akka, thank you for patiently molding me as a dancer and as a person. You always inspire me to be a better version of myself, Akka. I clearly remember one of the rehearsals where I was underconfident and nervous and panicky, and you fed me with your motivational words and calmed me down, the same way like you feed us all with a variety of food after dance class. So thank you for that, Akka. Whatever I am as a dancer today is because of one person, and that is Neeraja Akka. Thank you, Akka, for believing in me. Thank you, Akka, for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. There are so many things I've learned from you, Akka, but the one thing I will always remember is your hardworking nature. I hope to imbibe that from you someday, Akka. A special thanks to my senior Lahari Akka. She was my first teacher in SK, and she was the one who initiated that first spark in me. I'd also like to thank my previous gurus, Srimati Mridula Anand and Vishaka Dance Academy, for giving me a solid base in dance. Your training has helped me in ways that I cannot explain, so thank you for that. I consider being born to my parents the biggest blessing of my life. I don't thank them enough, but Amma and Nana, thank you for just being you. From foot massages to feeding me protein laddus, thank you, Amma, for always putting my needs above yours. I dedicate today to you, Ma. Nana, thank you for being my partner in crime. Thank you for giving me life advice, and thank you for driving me around whenever I needed you. Let me tell you, it's a Herculean task to wake my father up, but if it's for dance class, I just have to say, Nana, I have to go to dance class, and he'll wake up in a jiffy. So thank you for that, Nana. I want to thank my crazy yet charismatic brother. If he hadn't prayed for a little sister, I wouldn't be here today. Even though he wasn't in Hyderabad during this process, he never failed to check up on me and be there for me whenever I needed him. He always told me, Khevna, you have very bad stability on stage. You can't hold a pose without trembling. Cheta, I hope I held my poses without trembling today. I'd like to thank my other brother, my dog Whiskey. Thank you for being alone at home every time we had to go to dance class. It breaks my heart that you aren't here today. But I hope you're lounging on the sofa and watching all of this through the live link. A special mention to my grandfather for being the fun person that he is. Thank you, Tataya, for all the stories you told me, all the debates you had with me, and all the Amar Chitra Katha books you gave me. You gave me a base in mythology that has helped me so much in my dance. I'll always be grateful to you for that. I would like to extend my love and thanks to all my aunts, uncles, cousins, and family members from Chennai, Kerala, Kavali, Bangalore, and Hyderabad who made it here today. I'd also like to express my gratitude to Renu Amai, Kenny Mama, Jessie Amai, Kevin Cheta, Manoj Mama, Smita Amai, and Ankita for helping us with all the work in the past few days. I'd like to sincerely thank my father's colleagues, Shiva Anna and Shetty Tata, for the innumerous ways in which they've helped us prepare for today. My heartfelt gratitude to the chief guests who took out their precious time to bless me today. Both the guests are very special to me. Deepika Aunty, thank you for blessing me today. I have very fond memories with you from the times you curated our dances in Chirek. So it means a lot to me that you are here today. While most of you may know him as Lieutenant General A.R.K. Reddy, to me he is my Chintataya. I'm so lucky to have a member of my family grace my Arangetram. Thank you, Chintataya, for doing this and being so caring and loving to me always. I was able to enjoy my dance today because of the soulful music that the orchestra presented. Thank you, Shweta Akka, Balu Anna, Sai Anna, and Uma Anna for being so wonderful. We are blessed to have you around. Thank you, Raju Uncle, Murli Uncle, Manasa Akka, Raghu Uncle, Ashok Uncle, and Aditi Akka. Like they say, tiny drops make a mighty ocean, and all your efforts have made today what it is. A special thanks to Deepa Aunty for this beautiful stage decoration and for guiding us through this Arangetram. No matter what time of the day, she was always there to help us and answer our questions. So thank you, Aunty, for being so lovely. My dance class seniors and friends, the people who held my hand throughout. Thank you, Sneha Akka, Chelna Akka, Aditi Akka, Pujita Akka, Anusha Akka, Harshita Akka, Alaka Akka, Sri Lakshmi Akka, Archita, Neha, Vaishu, Shivani, and Srinidhi. From taking care of me during outstation programs to helping me finish my homework, you are the best seniors I could have asked for. A special mention to Srividya for helping me with my items. Thank you for holding my hand through Alarulu and Tillana. I hope I made you proud. Another person who inspired me is Riddhi. Every time I was tired after class, I would look at her and the way she managed her college and rocked her Arangetram, and that would always keep me going. Two very special people are Avni and Suhani. Thank you guys for being the people I can have fun with, to being the people who listen to all my rants. You guys are the best. I'd also like to thank Aradhya, Shreya, Jeshita, and Saurabh Anna for helping me out. Another important person to thank is Jayant Anna. Thank you, Anna, for making us smile no matter what it is. Thank you for making us laugh when we were feeling low and for caring for us so much. A special thanks also to all the SK moms for their constant support and their yummy breakfast during practice. I'm lucky to have the best people in the world as my friends. Thank you, Megha, Priyanka, Steve, Arohan, and Tarun for making it here today. You guys are the best cheerleaders I could ask for. A special thanks to Orko for coming all the way from Mumbai to be here for me today and for calming me down whenever I got too hyper. And lastly, Anika. Words cannot do justice to our bond. Your whistle is always the loudest and the one I look forward to the most, and I'm missing you a lot here today. I'd also like to thank my first home, Chirek International School. I grew up there and my dance grew along with me. Chirek gave me the space to pursue my dance, and I'll always be indebted to the school and the wonderful teachers I had there. From giving me opportunities to dance in assemblies and opening ceremonies, to letting me rewrite my exams because I had dance programs, Chirek will always hold a special place in my heart. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the people who took their time to tune into the live link and the esteemed audience who took out their time to come and support me. Once again, thank you to everyone who made this day so special for me. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Khevna. On behalf of Shankarananda Kalakshetra and the Alla family, I would like to thank our honorable guests, Deepika Akka and Shri A.R.K. Reddy Garu, for taking time out and gracing this occasion. Last but not the least, I thank all you beautiful Rasikas for being here to encourage, support, and bless Khevna. We hope to see you all soon. Thank you very much. Namaskaram. Shubhratri.